My name is Michael Armitage. I'm an artist, painter mainly. When I was about 6, I started drawing and drew probably like an F-15 or something like that, a fighter jet. And it actually looked like what I wanted it to look like. And that was maybe the first time that I had this kind of excitement for making something. During the first lockdown, during COVID in 2020, I was approached by Ralph Rugol from the Hayward to ask if I would take part in a public commission to recognise the efforts of key workers. And we were given a very open brief. It could be anyone who was a key worker and kept on working through the lockdowns. As I was coming back to the studio, and I'd been thinking about this quite a while, I got stuck in my car behind one of the rubbish vans, and the guys, all the refuse collectors, were out working in this kind of seamless way. Everyone had their roles, they knew exactly what they were doing. I jumped out and said, guys, can I follow you for a couple hours? Got chatting to them, they were up for it. And that's basically the genesis of which then the drawings were made, the composition came about, the painting first took place. But I really wanted the making of the work to be communal, to kind of reflect their work and that they were working together, and that at that time it was all about the community. And so I started thinking about ways that I could translate the painted image into something that was more communally made, at which point tapestry came up. And not only tapestry because it's communally made, but also because of its incredible history within the UK. That really began the conversation with West Dean, and now what has ended up being the tapestry that's there. I also was thinking about the fact that all 4 of them worked so seamlessly together and had this humor and kind of constant banter with each other, and wanted that to also be reflected in how they were represented. So instead of having 4 individuals, I wanted them to be this kind of moving mass. I put all their heads and kind of brought them together like that. Again, because it was COVID, and the background to all of this, thinking about these guys who were having to pick up all the tissues that everyone was using, that were having to go through all the rubbish, the stuff that nobody wanted to touch, given the virus that was being passed around. I wanted that to be also present. And so in the top, I just had this image of a couple paramedics taking somebody out of their home, which had also the recognition of the NHS. I've been going to the National Portrait Gallery for my entire life in the UK, basically. And like that, there's something incredibly surreal to think that something that I've made will be part of that. With this tapestry, where it was important for me that those were people. They are the ones who do the work, and it's important that they themselves are represented. And like that, portraiture has a very particular way of opening up a story and idea, another aspect of culture.